Is this the beginning of the end of the BTS era? In a moment no one ever anticipated, Jungkook, the main vocalist and global icon of BTS, was caught on camera shedding tears after hearing a shocking statement from his friend and fellow member, Taehyung, who openly revealed his desire to walk away from the world that had raised him. The public, fans, and even global media are now asking, is this a sign that BTS's future is hanging by a thread? This dramatic incident began during a closed internal session within the agency, where BTS members were discussing their long-term plans post-military service. Amid a lively and optimistic discussion, Taehyung suddenly spoke in a heavy voice, delivering something that immediately froze the room: his desire to step away after completing his military duties. A trusted source present at the meeting stated that the atmosphere drastically changed, and one of the most visibly shaken was Jungkook. It didn't take long before news of the incident leaked to the public. ARMY, the devoted BTS fandom, was instantly thrown into chaos. Many tried to interpret what Taehyung's words truly meant. Did he mean a temporary hiatus? Or was this a signal of a permanent decision to leave the globally renowned group? As the news spread, Jungkook's reaction became the main focus. In a short video widely circulated on social media, Jungkook could be seen bowing his head, his eyes brimming with tears, and with a hoarse voice said, "I can't imagine BTS without any one of us." That simple sentence sparked an emotional explosion among fans and triggered even wider speculation about cracks in BTS's internal strength. HYBE labels, the agency, has so far opted to release a very diplomatic statement, merely stating that all members are currently focusing on their futures, both as individuals and as a group. However, this statement only heightened concerns, almost confirming that significant changes are indeed happening behind the scenes. Moreover, various K-pop industry analysts began issuing predictions about a possible restructuring of BTS. Some experts noted that Taehyung's move, if it continued, could create a domino effect on the group's dynamics, given his vital role not only musically but also in building BTS's unified image. This situation is further complicated by the fact that BTS has long been known for their extraordinary solidarity, even under continuous global pressure. Any crack, no matter how small, could have a massive impact on their survival in an entertainment industry that is highly competitive and filled with relentless expectations. Why did Taehyung suddenly express such a desire? Sources close to the group revealed that Taehyung feels the need for more space to grow individually, including pursuing artistic and solo music projects that have been delayed due to the group's busy activities. However, some circles suspect that the emotional pressure from overwhelming expectations also heavily contributed to this decision. Meanwhile, internal reactions among BTS members reportedly varied. Some chose to give Taehyung space to think more deeply, while others, such as Jungkook, appeared the most emotional in responding to this potential change. BTS is family, not just a group, Jungkook said in one of his comments, showing how deep their bond with each other truly is. Another worrying signal surfaced when BTS members, usually highly active on social media, suddenly became more silent after this news broke. This online silence has been interpreted as a sign that they are processing the situation internally, perhaps also considering various difficult options about the future. But on the other hand, armies around the world have launched various campaigns to show full support for BTS, and especially for Taehyung. Some observers warn that even though BTS has repeatedly demonstrated their ability to survive through storms, the current situation is different. This is not merely about external pressure, but about deeper and more personal internal dynamics, which are far harder to resolve with simple statements or PR strategies. If Taehyung indeed decides to permanently step back from group activities, BTS will face an existential challenge possibly greater than any they have encountered since debut. Adaptation, lineup changes, or even the possibility of a long hiatus are no longer merely idle speculation. Nevertheless, BTS's journey history proves that they are not a group that gives up easily. Many still hope this is only a temporary difficult phase, and that with honest communication and mutual support, the members will find a way to stay together, in whatever form. Now, the world holds its breath, awaiting an official statement from Taehyung or BTS. At the same time, a giant question echoes. Is this truly the beginning of an end, or rather a new beginning no one ever imagined? Whatever happens, one thing is certain. Jungkook's tears, Taehyung's honesty, and BTS's uncertain fate have marked a deeply emotional new chapter in the journey of one of modern music's greatest phenomena. However, in facing such a shocking dynamic, a fundamental question must be raised. To what extent is the truth behind all the events that have been reported? Are we truly witnessing authentic moments born of the emotional turmoil among BTS members? Or are we merely witnessing a constructed narrative designed to attract global media and public attention? It must be emphasized that all information we compile and present comes from various open sources, including platforms such as TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and several other online media. However, it is important to realize that the level of accuracy and validity of this information still requires further verification. In other words, not every detail circulating can be accepted at face value as fact. Is it possible that the moment of Jungkook's tears and Taehyung's confession was actually staged, exaggerated, or even twisted in such a way to create a wave of global attention? Hasn't the entertainment industry, particularly K-pop, repeatedly shown how media strategies can be used to maintain artist relevance amid fierce market competition? Or conversely, is it our own skepticism that has blinded us to the emotional reality faced by these idols? How often does the public get trapped in narratives of disbelief that overlook the human side of public figures who live under unimaginable expectations? In moments like these, it is crucial to reflect deeply. Why are we so quick to believe or dismiss certain information? Has our emotional tendency to seek sensation made us vulnerable to disinformation? Or has excessive skepticism limited our ability to understand reality more fully? In today's digital era, where information flows endlessly and often without filtering, sensitivity to source integrity becomes more important than ever. How do we verify the truth amidst a flood of confusing information? Who should we trust when even major media sometimes get caught up in the whirlpool of clickbait for traffic? We remind again that all the information in this article comes from observations of various sources with varying degrees of credibility. Therefore, we encourage you to perform additional verification, think independently, and take an intelligent stance in responding to every circulating news. Will you choose to believe this news as it is? Or will you take the time to review and form opinions based on tested facts? Choose to be a reader who not only thirsts for information but also thirsts for the truth. Because in a world where reality and illusion are often indistinguishable, only a skeptical and reflective attitude can serve as a compass guiding us toward genuine understanding.